Christopher Noel Dorsey, widely known by his stage name BG, short for Baby Gangsta, was born on September 3, 1980. Growing up in the 13th Ward of Uptown New Orleans, he experienced a childhood that was as typical as possible for someone in such a challenging environment. As a child, Dorsey enjoyed rapping as a hobby while attending elementary school. However, his life took a devastating turn at the age of 12. After spending a weekend at his father's home, his mother picked him up to return to her house. Upon their arrival, they received a call from the police, who informed them that his father had been killed during a robbery just moments after they had left.
I got killed when I was like 12 years old. You know, the streets took me under. Daddy got killed when I was like 12 years old. Some niggas kicked his door in, tried to jack him. He didn't want to get up, you know what I'm saying? They beat him, you know what I'm saying? Then they executed him, you know what I'm saying? So after my daddy got killed, you know what I'm saying? My mama was stuck with two boys, and it was like, you know, there wasn't nothing she could do with me. So the streets kind of took me under.
This tragic loss had a profound impact on young Dorsey. Overcome with grief, he lost interest in school and began engaging in street life. He started selling marijuana and cocaine, eventually progressing to heroin, a substance he would later struggle with as an addiction.
When I was being loaded, and I ain't give a fuck what nobody thought about it, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna do me, you know what I'm saying? But I had to learn and realize that dope and money don't mix. You know what I'm saying? It just don't mix, you know what I'm saying? You can't be no dope fan and get no money, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna mix, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I found that, you know what I'm saying, being more of a priority, you know what I'm saying, than shit that should have been a priority, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I was looking at get loaded first, then go take care of my business. You know what I'm saying? Instead of taking care of my business, then going to get loaded, you know what I'm saying? I had it as backwards, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, once I made that transition, you know what I'm saying, and got that monkey on my back, you know what I'm saying, you know, shit just went to get promising for me, you know what I'm saying? And I saw, you know, so many opportunities, and I just saw how that was holding.
In 1993, Christopher Dorsey crossed paths with Brian "Birdman" Williams, also known as Baby, at a barbershop. Impressed by Dorsey's talent, his barber, who also happened to cut the hair of Cash Money Records CEOs Brian "Baby" Williams and Ronald "Slim" Williams, recommended him to the label. At the time, Cash Money Records was actively seeking fresh talent. After hearing Dorsey perform, the Williams brothers decided to sign him to their small roster and took him under their wing when his family relocated to New Orleans East.
I mean, when I first started rapping, shit, I was like 10, 11, just so happy, Baby and Slim out the same neighborhood I'm out, you know what I'm saying, 13 Uptown, Madison, Magnolia, you know that. They started Cash Money Records like around 91, 92, you know what I'm saying, so the barber off the block, you know what I'm saying, he knew I could rap, you know what I'm saying, so he went to Baby and them, you know what I'm saying, so them, they come around the way, you know what I'm saying, and jam me up and got me to spit something for them, and I spit something for them, and they took me to the studio, and the rest is history. You know, he took me under his wing, you know what I'm saying, at an early age, you heard me, and he brainwashed me. You know what I'm saying, I was like 12 years old, 13 years old, my daddy got killed from the streets, adopted me. You know what I'm saying? I had just left the house, you know what I'm saying? Somebody kicked this door in, you know what I'm saying? Taped him up, you know what I'm saying? He didn't want up the money, you know what I'm saying? So they murked him, you know what I'm saying? So it's like after that, my mama lost control, you know what I'm saying? I was in the streets head first, you heard me, you know what I'm saying? And Baby was like, man, I'm gonna come get you, you know what I'm saying? Put him to the studio. From there, we made history, you know?
Birdman and Slim provided Dorsey with a place to stay, essentially becoming his mentors. Despite dropping out of Abramson High School at the age of 15 and struggling with heroin addiction, Dorsey remained committed to building his recording career. Initially known as Lil Doogie and occasionally as Gangsta D, Christopher Dorsey was teamed up with another young rapper, a 12-year-old from Hollygrove, who had earned the nickname Shrimp Daddy from rapping on the playground. Persistent in seeking opportunities, Shrimp Daddy was eventually signed by Cash Money Records, renamed Baby D, and joined Dorsey to form the duo the Bee Gees, short for the Baby Gangstas.
I've been in the game since I was 8. I've been writing rap since I was about 8. He kidnapped me. Baby and Slim kidnapped me. I was about 9 when they kidnapped me. So, I've been thugging since I was 9. You understand? And then I had a few family problems, so I drifted off, then I got back with them. Now I make 15 Monday, and I'm on my first solo album.
In 1995, they released their debut project, True Story, under Cash Money Records. However, the album was primarily a solo effort by Dorsey, with Baby D contributing vocals to only 3 tracks. Remarkably, at just 14 years old, Dorsey already demonstrated the hallmarks of his signature style: gritty, streetwise, exceptionally confident, and showcasing a unique and polished flow. Shortly after recording his debut, Christopher Dorsey was arrested and charged as a juvenile for possession of a firearm, crack cocaine, and marijuana. Found guilty on all counts, he was fortunate to receive probation.
Bling Bling is really a little rock ice type thing for my little water BGs who wasn't here today because he had to go see his parole officer, you know what I'm saying?
However, after violating the terms, he was sentenced to 2 months in detention.
I had 2 convictions, then I went to jail 3 times back to back for possession of heroin. I made bond. By the grace of God, you know what I'm saying, they gave me another chance. You know what I'm saying? So I got to take advantage of it. I shot dope, you know what I'm saying, I done my thing, you hear me? Every vein I could catch, you know what I'm saying, I was catching it. You know what I'm saying, I've been straight for about a year now, you know what I'm saying, because I've been there, done that.
In 1996, Cash Money recognized Christopher Dorsey's growing talent and decided to launch him as a solo artist, officially giving him the BG moniker, while Baby D transitioned to becoming Lil Wayne. During this time, Lil Wayne took a brief hiatus from Cash Money after accidentally shooting himself in the chest with his stepfather's gun. That same year, BG released his debut album, Chopper City, which has since been hailed as one of the grittiest gangster rap albums of all time. Although credited to the Bee Gees, the project was essentially a solo effort by Dorsey. As listeners began associating the name BG solely with him, he officially adopted the title as his stage name. Authenticity has always been a cornerstone of hip-hop, and BG embodied it to the fullest. The album's raw lyrics captured the harsh realities of street life, delving into themes of crime, struggle, and loss, resonating deeply with fans for its unfiltered honesty.
This with me, you know what I'm saying, everybody see what's going on TV and what everybody doing, you know what I'm saying, I mean, don't do what everybody else doing, you know what I'm saying, be original, you know what I'm saying, do you know what I'm saying, I mean, like, you know, they got people, you know what I'm saying, you might see Puffy, you know what I'm saying, doing the dancing thing, you know what I'm saying, that's happening for him, you might want to do that, you know what I'm saying, but that might not be what's going to work for you, right. You know what I'm saying, you might see Baby on TV stunting, talking about he got this, he got that, he got this, he got that, he's stunned, you know what I'm saying, I mean, that's working for him, but that might not work for you, you know what I'm saying, rap about what you feel, you know what I'm saying, what you feel in your heart, you know what I'm saying, that nigga gonna accept it better, nigga gonna respect it better, you know what I'm saying, that's why, you know, I mean, you know, I be seeing young niggas, you know, they be rapping to me and shit, you know, talking about, you know, they doing this, they slinging on, they riding this, they riding that, you know what I'm saying, and I really don't respect it and can't accept it because I know it ain't real, they fantasizing and rapping, you know what I'm saying, you gotta rap with reason, you gotta, don't just rap and rhyme.
I stay in the suburbs, you know, all my neighbors, you know what I'm saying, is white and football players and, you know, doctors and dentists and, you know what I'm saying, but I lay my head there, but when I wake up in the morning, I gotta go to the projects though, man, give me some grits and cheese and sausage and toast and, you know what I'm saying, it's just something about that hood, man, you know what I'm saying, gonna post up and sit on the porch and get my hair braided and, you know what I'm saying, just, man, I'm just hood, man. Same way I came in the gang, same way I'm going out, man. I just can't see it no other way. I don't care if I sell 10 million, 20 million, 30 million.
By 1997, Cash Money Records had lost its original roster, leaving only BG and the Big Timers as the label's remaining artists. To keep momentum, Cash Money relied heavily on BG and producer Manny Fresh, keeping both on demanding work schedules. That year, BG released his second album, It's All On You, Volume 1, followed just 4 months later by It's All On You, Volume 2. Both albums were well received, showcasing BG's consistency and growing appeal. It's All On You Volume 2 climbed the Billboard charts, solidifying BG as a standout artist and establishing Cash Money Records as a rising powerhouse in the rap industry. The independent success of these albums, alongside Juvenile's breakout project Soldier Rags, played a key role in helping Cash Money secure a landmark deal with Universal Records, a partnership that propelled the label to mainstream commercial success. During the same year, in 1997, Cash Money Records founders Brian and Ronald "Slim" Williams formed the group Hot Boyz, bringing together BG, Lil Wayne, Magnolia rapper Turk, Juvie, and an artist named Bulletproof. However, Bulletproof soon departed the group to focus on a solo career under the label.
Direct. Lay it down. All right, lay it down. Lay it down. Lay it down. Lay it down. Y'all lay it down. Fuck that. Lay it down. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Number 5 keys. Shit, we gonna throw away. This ain't no, we gonna throw away. This ain't number 5 keys.
Later that year, the remaining quartet released their debut album, Get It How You Live, in the fall of 1997.
Babe was like, man, I'm gonna come get you, you know what I'm saying, put it into the studio. From there, we need history, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, he like groomed me. At that time, he had UNLV, he had Pimp Daddy, he had Miss T, Kilo G. He had a nice little local roster, you know what I'm saying, but 95, you know what I'm saying, everybody went to leave him, you know what I'm saying, like Pimp Daddy got killed, Yella got killed, you know what I'm saying, Tech from UNLV called it Juice. Like Yahed, you know what I'm saying? He had then lost his mind for a minute. So the weight was like all on me and Fresh. Rough Savant. He pulled Juvie. You know what I'm saying? I had already then pulled Wayne, but his daddy had pulled him back. You know what I'm saying? I guess he wanted to do his own thing with him. You know what I'm saying? But when Wayne lost his daddy, you know what I'm saying? That's how he ended up coming back. So then Turk fell around, you know what I'm saying? So we was like, we gonna put this group together called the Hot Boyz. I tell Gangsta in the face, like, nah, he got life, you know what I'm saying? He started that Hot Boy shit early. He gave it to me and I ran with it.
Before the Hot Boyz, it really come from Giggity. If y'all know him, he out there know you. He was the original Hot Boy, and he just was like, gave us the flavor. And then look, Jesus came, Juve, and we just connected and made them 4 boys the Hot Boyz, the biggest group that ever entered the music industry. You understand what I'm saying?
My first underground dish, Chopper City, I sold about 200,000 plus. You know what I'm saying? My second underground, I sold over 100,000. My third underground, I sold 200,000. Then a group, the first Hot Boyz album sold over 400,000 independent. You know what I'm saying? No distribution, no, we were going through Southwest at the time. You know what I'm saying?
The 4 young rappers adopted the name Hot Boyz, inspired by a Magnolia Project street crew associated with Terrence "Gangsta" Williams. Cash Money Records gained national attention in 1998, thanks to the massive success of Juvenile's album 400 Degrees, which sold over 4 million copies. Building on this momentum, the Hot Boyz released their second album, Guerrilla Warfare, in 1999. The album debuted at #1 on the Billboard charts and went platinum, selling over 1 million copies within 4 months. Within the group, BG and Juvie were widely regarded as the standout MCs. That same year, BG released Chopper City in the Ghetto, his most successful album to date, which also achieved platinum status and elevated his career to new heights. The album's hit single, Bling Bling, not only became a cultural phenomenon, but also introduced a new slang term for flashy jewelry. With Cash Money's new partnership with Universal, Chopper City in the Ghetto perfectly balanced mainstream appeal with creative originality, cementing Christopher Dorsey's status as a rap heavyweight. In 2000, BG released Checkmate, his final album under Cash Money Records. Despite still being a teenager, he had already built an impressive catalog with 6 albums to his name.
My first underground dish, Chopper City, I sold about 200,000 plus. You know what I'm saying? My second underground, I sold over 100,000. My third underground, I sold 200,000. Then a group, the first Hot Boyz album sold over 400,000 independent. You know what I'm saying? No distribution, no, we were going through Southwest at the time. You know what I'm saying?
However, tensions arose as BG began to feel he was being denied his fair share of royalties from some of the label's biggest successes.
I found out when we was on our Cash Money Rough Riders tour. You know what I'm saying? We was going like 60 days. And nigga, you know what I'm saying? He was collecting like 165 G's a night cash. You know what I'm saying? And we was selling out every venue, 10,000, 15,000 people. You know what I'm saying? We was gone for 12 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I come back. You know what I'm saying? I buy me a brand new Benz cash. You know what I'm saying? He give me a check for 300 G. But I read in the paper, the fucking tour done grossed 14 million. I want my money. You heard me? And that's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you know, Baby raised me. You know what I'm saying? He took me under his wing when I was like 10, 11 years old, before he even started the company. You know what I'm saying? You know, he really had me brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have never thought in years it would have ended up how it ended up. You know what I'm saying? And you know, anybody who was in the camp, they already know. You know what I'm saying? Me and Baby was like Sugar and Pop. You know what I'm saying? Like Puff and Big. You know what I'm saying? Like Face and Shake. You know, like Rush and Run. You know what I'm saying? With Baby and PG. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when I left, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He, cup. You know what I'm saying? Cup Wayne under. You know what I'm saying? I mean, cause I was there for anybody. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was holding it down. I'm the one co-signing for Juvie to come. I'm the one who brought Wayne there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I was battling with a little help. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know, he kind of like, when he got that money and went to making the millions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? He got greedy and selfish and forgot where he came from. You know, when he put the contract in front of my face, he just flipped to the last page and I just signed on the dotted line. Yeah. That was Baby, you know what I'm saying? My dog, that's my big brother, you know what I'm saying? That's, but, man, you know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know what I'm saying? I learn. You live and you learn, you know what I'm saying? And, all that made me the man I am today, though, you know what I'm saying? But, we got a case pending, we going back and forth. That's what I was gonna say, I'm gonna get, believe that. Okay. Yeah. I ain't know nothing about the business, I ain't know nothing about nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because I depended on Baby to make all my decisions. You know, Baby knew how dedicated I was and how loyal I was, because, you know what I'm saying, when my daddy got killed, he stepped in my life like a father figure, you know what I'm saying? And I looked up to him, I respected him, you know what I'm saying? It was like, whatever. I put my whole life in his hands, you know what I'm saying? I trusted him on whatever judgments he made, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, it just was death.
Right, okay, so how big of a role do you feel as though that you've had in this success?
Oh, I feel like Cash Money was built on my back. I still got Baby and Slim name on me. I gotta wash my face every morning and look at them niggas' name on my arm, man. I be mad as a motherfucker. Man, like I said, I got the streets behind me. Once I left Cash Money, the streets left Cash Money. I just need Baby to know one thing. Baby, bitch, you know I love you like a father, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? I looked up to you, I went against my family for you at time. You know what I'm saying? You turned your back on a nigga, man. Real nigga don't respect that, you heard me? God don't like ugly. You always talking that God shit, you know what I'm saying? But, man, your beef personal, you know what I'm saying? Because you know the kind of relationship we had, you heard me? So, just know one thing, you know what I'm saying? Every dog had a day, you heard me? You gonna get...
In 2001, BG took steps to address his addiction by checking into a treatment program in Minnesota, though his efforts were ultimately unsuccessful. Around the same time, he launched his own label, Chopper City Records, and secured a deal with Coach Records. After leaving treatment, BG relocated to Detroit to be closer to family and a supportive community.
After leaving Cash Money, was it difficult for you to establish Chopper City?
Nah, really and truly, I nicknamed New Orleans Chopper City back in like 1995, and then Chopper City was the name of my second album, you know what I'm saying? And Chopper City kind of stuck with me, that album that came out, that was my groundbreaking album, the album that really certified me with the streets and, you know what I'm saying, made my mark in the game. So, when I left, everybody who mentioned BG, they always remember Chopper City. That was like a classical album to the streets. So, what better name to name my company than Chopper City,
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, Detroit though. Detroit been my second home now for like about 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? I got a condo in Detroit, and I've been having a condo in Detroit way before the storm. You know what I'm saying? So, I used to always go back and forth from New Orleans to Detroit, just to get away. And I got people there. You know what I'm saying? And I conducted business there before. So when the hurricane hit, you know what I'm saying, I just was like, damn, so I was like, well, I'm gonna go where I'm familiar with, you know what I'm saying, we already got a spot at, we already got people at, you know what I'm saying, and, I just shot up north.
For a period, BG virtually disappeared from the public eye, sparking rumors. Some speculated he had overdosed, while others believed he was struggling to overcome his addiction, an issue he candidly addressed in his music.
Just the rebirth of BG, you know what I'm saying, like Big, I feel like I'm being born again right now. A lot of people thought I was through, thought I was done, thought I couldn't, do it on my own, man, and I wasn't gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm back, like, for real. I ain't never went nowhere. I don't go from the fucking NBA to the CBA, then back to the NBA, you know what I'm saying? Like, from the NFL to the CF. No, you go your ass home. Just was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the different proof, man. Real niggas don't burn out. You heard me? You know what I'm saying?
In 2003, he made a strong comeback with the release of his 7th album, Livin' Legend, marking his return to the rap scene. After founding Chopper City Records in 2002, BG openly addressed his fallout with Baby and Lil Wayne on his 2003 album, Livin' Legend. He continued to express his frustrations on his 2004 release, Life After Cash Money, though the album failed to replicate the success of his earlier work. Since parting ways with Cash Money, BG took a noticeably different musical direction, aiming to showcase his versatility. His projects featured a variety of producers, offering a broader range of sounds and styles as he worked to expand his appeal. BG largely stepped out of the national spotlight until 2009, when he returned with Too Hood to Be Hollywood, a project that reunited him with Juvie, Lil Wayne, and longtime collaborator Manny Fresh.
Too hood to be Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Too hood to be Hollywood. Not too hood for Hollywood, but just too hood to be Hollywood. You know
what is being Hollywood to you?
Just the same way I came in the game, that's the same way I'm going out. That's how I feel, G'd up and soldier down. That's how I came in, you know what I'm saying? And I just sit back and I watch a lot of people, that come in the game, one-hit wonders, two-hit wonders, you know what I'm saying? And, they get that excitement and get their video going, and then, that next go round, you know what I'm saying? They've been and dropped the ball, you know what I'm saying? The label been and forgot about them, and they got to return right back to where they came from, and they past be revoked.
After releasing several mixtapes, BG was arrested in 2009 in New Orleans on weapons and drug charges.
I was pulled over. They said the blinker wasn't used, and they found 3 guns in the car.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I don't know if they put them in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they magically appear. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather not comment on the situation right now. But as of right now, I'm charged with a couple of weapons.
And they go after him.
They targeted me. They waited on me to pull out the dagger shop. They waited on me to pull out the dagger shop. So
the what?
Accused us of making a turn without using the turn signal, and that was their proper cause to pull us over. And when they pulled us over, they found 3 guns in the car. They found 3 guns in the car, and as of right now, none of mine.
Okay.
It was 2. It was me and 2 of my homies.
Okay.
It was me and 2 of my homies, and they found 3 guns and like 3 extended clips. So one of my homies tried to take all the charges, but they wouldn't let him because they figured he was doing it for me.
Right.
In 2012, he was sentenced to 14 years in federal prison for gun possession and witness tampering. BG pleaded guilty to being a felon in possession of a firearm following a 2009 traffic stop in eastern New Orleans. He was arrested alongside 2 associates when police discovered 3 guns and loaded magazines in their vehicle. 2 of the firearms were reported stolen, and the car itself was later identified as stolen from a rental lot. While BG admitted to the gun possession and obstruction charges, he refused to cooperate with law enforcement during the investigation.
Current incarcerated rapper BG is one of the most respected artists in hip-hop. Beginning his career with Cash Money Records, BG made a name for himself before taking off with the Hot Boyz and becoming a nationwide star. BG is known for being a real street rapper and actually living out the life he talks about in his music. BG is nearing the end of a 14-year guns and drugs sentence that has had one of hip-hop's greatest street legends' careers on hold.